All right, day 3 of the video challenge. I don't have my usual spark and spunk because I'm getting what my kids have had. And yeah, not so fun. I wanted to talk about this guy right here. That is what's known as a D8 battery. And when it comes to tiny house regrets, I was kind of wondering last night or this morning, I'm like, oh, what's my new video, my new regret redemption going to be today? And I had to uncover snow off of this battery sitting out here on the deck because I pulled it about a month and a half ago. I had 2 of them in the tiny house, and it's a marine deep cycle, so it's for starting or deep cycle. They're known as D8s, boat batteries, tractor batteries. You can see the size of the thing there. There it is, 12 volt. I think it's like 1200 amp hours. I can't remember off the top of my head. Had 2 of them in the tiny house, and I checked the water on them. I think it was twice a year. See, I haven't been paying attention, and this is what I'm going to tell you. You want to find a fast way to ruin 350 bucks? Don't check the water on them enough. Interestingly enough, this one was the first of the 2 batteries, and I was charging and discharging it quite a bit. They're hooked together, and so the solar was hooked to it, and the battery charger, when I'm running the generator, is hooked to it. So it was cycling and discharging quite a bit. And I noticed earlier in the year I was getting like weird readings, right? I was getting 100% charge, and then nighttime would come and I go to use it, use the system, and man, it would suck down, I mean, pretty quicker than normal. So before winter came on, about a month and a half ago, I was like, man, I'm going to be on it this year, and I pull the batteries out, disconnect everything, maintenance, right? Clean the terminals, top them all off with distilled water, and I opened the caps on this thing, and I was like, oh, shnikes. The plates were exposed, so there's lead plates in there, and the tops of them and a few cells were dry, and they're destroyed. Those are screwed, because the other thing that happened last winter, I had a freeze up. I think there's a video from last winter when everything froze up, and the batteries were pretty low in their charge, and they didn't fracture or leak, but discharged for sure, and that froze, and no bueno. So this one's trash. It's only a couple, 3 years old, 2-3 years old. Done, toast. The other one, fine. Water was still good in it. So I'm wondering, because this was the first battery in the system, the first one that's getting hit by the solar and the generator charger, if that contributed to it. So regret not checking and maintaining the batteries more often than I should have. The second thing is I might go to a different system. I might look to AGM or gel or the Tesla batteries. I don't know. I'm going to take a look. I'll put a video out when I look at those and decide. So for right now, I'm running on one. Seems to be fine. I mean, I got the generator going as well. So I'm going to check the water on this one more often, like every 3 months. All right. So there's the regret and the redemption. I'm going to be better at it, and I'm probably going to switch out to a different battery system. So my passing that little nugget on to you folks. The personal regret, life story regret, is probably, I was thinking about this today, not keeping in touch with friends and family over the years. And not that I've lost friends. I'm sure if I got a hold of them or found them, I'd be able to pick up where we left off. But there hasn't been that support, encouragement, on both sides, and keeping the relationships alive. So funny story, my dad was in college with a good buddy of his. Again, a dad story. Had one yesterday too. So hey, Dad, another story about you. College buddy, and they hadn't, I don't think they had touched base since maybe the late 70s, and not on bad terms or anything, just fell out of touch. And my girlfriend, actually, we were having a couple of drinks one night when we were visiting, and we were talking about some funny stories of his college days, and his roommate came up, and my girlfriend was like, well, what happened to him? Did he pass away? And my dad's like, no, I don't think so. So she looked him up on Facebook, and sure enough, there he was, and sent a message out, and it took a couple of months later, he responded and was able to reconnect with my dad, and they've they've loved it. They've been able to share old stories and support one another. So my life, regrets, but they're redemption, right? You can switch it, you can change it up. I'm going to make more of an effort to reach out to some of my previous friends that I had that I'm still friends with, and reconnect, and make sure I stay in touch with family, and send those cards out, and make a odd phone call every now and again to just rekindle those relationships and keep it going. I think that's super important, especially nowadays. Today is election day, and so I am feeling a little under the weather, and I am having a little Kentucky bourbon, a good one. So sitting out here by the lake. The wind came in last night, and the temps warmed up into the 40s today, so it's sloppy still, but the ice blew off most of the lake, so I've got some open water again, which bides me a few more hours or days in dealing with my other stuff. There's my hose laying there, and the pump's down at the dock to pump water up. You'll see my snowball makers right there with the hose. Those are mine, those are my kids. And a pressure cooker on top of a propane turkey fryer, because who doesn't need the random pressure cooker hanging out in your yard? That'll be another video, I'm sure, because I do a lot of canning. So much so that I leave the pressure cooker pretty much on the deck. And then my 2 empty fuel drums with a plywood across the top that acts as my outdoor kitchen table, and I've got my little hibachi barbecue grill out there. Just high-end in it, man. But no bills, right? No bills, everything's paid for. Simple, fun life. Propane grill. I don't have to wait for the charcoal to heat up all the time, and I'm not going to start a war with anybody. Charcoal versus propane. Of course, charcoal tastes better. It's more expensive, and it takes forever, and I don't want to dink with it. I got too much other stuff going on. So, that being said, happy election day. Hopefully the person you vote for is winning, and hopefully that person is the right person. Right person. Just kidding. Actually, I'm not. I had to throw that out there. And whoever wins, may they represent the Constitution and follow it, and don't enslave us all under communism or fascism or any of the other isms, and we keep all of our rights and exercise them daily. So there, happy election day, November 5th. Cheers. And I'm gonna try not to take cold medicine because I'm having a cocktail, and hopefully a little bourbon will take it out. All right, until tomorrow, day 4 tomorrow. So sleep well, rest well, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.